I was in and out of psychiatric hospitals. There was gaps of time where I was actually missing. I always had a cover story for what was going on in my life. Behind closed doors, I was dealing with my mental illness by myself. I'm a field education manager, and I've been with Sephora for 8 years. So I have battled mental illness along with the stigma of mental illness my entire life. I was diagnosed about 25 years ago. At first, I started to share a little bit about what was going on, and the reactions that I was met with weren't always favorable. Most often than not, were not favorable. Going through something where you already feel different and alone, and then to be told that you should really probably keep it to yourself or feel like you need to keep it a secret, it makes you feel isolated and like you're truly by yourself. It was something that I grew to be very ashamed of, very embarrassed of. For a long time, my goal was to be perceived outwardly as normal, because that's how I thought I would survive. And that, as an adult, I hit a low, and a low that I had never seen as an adult. It could have quite possibly been my lowest point. That was the day that I became a suicide attempt survivor. That would be my lowest low. And then I had to be honest and say, there are parts of me that I'm never going to fix. And I can't keep battling myself. I can't keep striving for this idea of normal when I am normal, because this is my normal. So I stopped trying to smooth out the jagged edges of my oddly shaped brain and started to find oddly shaped holes for my brain to fit in instead. Early in my Sephora journey, I was invited to a meeting. A question was posed, and they said, "Hey, Jillian, what do you think about this?" And I said, "Oh, no. I'm only here to observe. I'm not here to throw any curveballs." And the vice president who was hosting the meeting said, "No, that's exactly why you're here. It's because you think differently, and we need you to throw some curveballs." It was probably the first time in my professional life that I truly felt seen. I felt like, wow, they get me. That was that first step to me feeling really safe at Sephora and feeling like I could start sharing this. I have a great career with a company that I absolutely love. I am married. I have a 3-year-old son. I'm surrounded by a lot of people that I love and who love me in return. I really view my mental illness, or the byproduct of my mental illness, or the things that have come out of me managing my mental illness, as a superpower. Like, I really do view them as my strength. I'm able to use that for good and think abstract and think creatively and think differently and think fast. And I think that is one of the things that makes me me. And I really love that about myself.